First, fair, accurate. Kval News starts right now.
The internet is churning with rumors about two well-known Oregon football players.
The Post say they are accused of robbing a fraternity. Tonight, we look into what's fact and what's fiction. Good evening. I'm David Walker.
And I'm Jennifer Winters. Thanks for joining us. A fellow student is accusing two University of Oregon football players of theft at a campus fraternity house.
Eugene police responded to a call about a theft from the SAE fraternity house early Sunday morning. According to OregonLive.com, fraternity member Max Wolford accuses U of O quarterback Jeremiah Masoli and wide receiver Garrett Embry of the thefts. News of the accusation spread quickly via Twitter and other social networking sites Sunday and Monday. We checked with the Eugene Police Department to get to the bottom of the rumors. Spokeswoman Melinda Kletzak tells Kval the case has been assigned to a detective and an investigation is underway. Regarding the two athletes, they have not been arrested. And since our report at 5 o'clock, Melinda Kletzak sent us this statement. We have no reason to release names of victims or persons of interest or suspects at this time. The police department denied our request for a copy of the police report, saying it is an ongoing investigation. We went to the SAE house on campus hoping to talk with Max Wolford. Hello, I'm Dave from Kval. We're just looking to see if Max was here to talk to him.
He's not right now, and at this point we have no comment.
I also spoke with U of O Athletic Department spokesman Dave Williford, who told me he has heard nothing that implicates the two players, saying apparently something occurred. At this stage, it has not been substantiated that any U of O student athletes are involved. Now, Williford did say this afternoon that the fraternity student had contacted the athletic department about the thefts and the possible involvement of football players. We'll continue to follow the story with updates as we get them.
A University of Oregon football player who was critically injured in a fight over the weekend is now improving. Rob Beard, a 19-year-old sophomore kicker, was beat up late Saturday night. Police say Beard was trying to break up a fight involving another football player near East 17th and Patterson. Beard was hit and kicked in the head. His mom calls it an horrific attack, but says he is now awake and talking.
Robbie's doing well. He's out of critical care, and his prognosis is good.
Leslie Beard says her son is having surgery on his broken nose today. Eugene Police Violent Crimes investigators are going through all the interviews. The attacker is described as a black male wearing a red hooded sweatshirt who left in a vehicle with Washington plates. You're asked to call Eugene Police if you have any information.
Well, time to take a first look at our forecast.
Chief Meteorologist Seth Wayne has our first look at the weather.
And good evening to the both of you. Right now, we're picking up some scattered wet weather in Roseburg throughout southern portions of Douglas County. Certainly, if your commute takes you down well into Josephine County, also down into the southern part of the state, boy, it's really coming down in the way of a mix of rain and snow. For us, a quiet night ahead. 48 in Eugene and Roseburg, 52 Coos Bay North Bend, 48 in Newport, 40 in Bend and Redmond, and tomorrow pretty much the same scoop where we are looking at a few sun breaks, otherwise dealing at least with the chance of some scattered rain from the coast to the valley and cloud cover up in the Cascades. I'll let you know when we're expected for that partial clearing coming up in just a few minutes.
There is a new development in the case of a Coquille teenager who went missing almost 10 years ago. Leah Freeman was 15 years old when she disappeared in June of 2000. Then more than a month later, her body was found off a dirt road. The investigation into her death ran cold long ago, but now that investigation is heating up. Coquille Police and the Coos County District Attorney announced today they are reactivating the case.
They are eyesores of downtown Eugene, the pits near the Center Court building and the Eugene Library.
But a development plan for one of the pits is inching toward the launch pad. KVAL's Tom Adams has the story.
Okay. So continue with that.
It's the late morning basic communication class at LCC downtown with little room to spare. But that may all change.
I think it's really exciting, actually.
Lane Community College wants to build its new downtown center right here. It would be 80,000 square feet of space. Energy management and green jobs programs would relocate from the main campus. The LCC Small Business Development Center would also move in, and student housing may be in the mix.
And then also we're going to enter into an agreement with them, an exclusive negotiating period where we can really work out the deal points of how we're going to move this development forward.
Along with filling one of two very unsightly pits, officials really hope that the LCC project here can be the catalyst for something very big for downtown.
And bringing more people downtown will be the start of further revitalization of our downtown area.
That pit's been there for a long time, and the fact that we're finally going to fill it up with something is progress in some regard, you know.
It's maybe a good idea, but I'm not sure exactly on how much it's going to cost the school.
Sounds nice. This building's old, and I think we could use a new one. Be good for downtown.
An earlier mixed development plan for the site just didn't pan out. But President Spilde told me on the phone if the financial pieces fall together, look for site preparation work late this year or early 2011. In Eugene, Tom Adams, Kval News.
Eugene City Councilors are meeting right now on the LCC proposal. The latest price tag on the downtown center is $27 million.
Well, the State Employment Department released December jobless figures broken down by county today. Lane County's rate dropped to 10.9% from 11% in November. Lynn County's rate also down to 13.5%. Benton County's rate increased to 7.4%. In Douglas County, unemployment dropped to 14.2%, and in Coos County, the rate is up to 12.4%.
A Kval follow-up tonight. The new Eugene Police Department taser policy is now in effect. Officers will be trained to use tasers on people posing a threat to an officer or another person. This change is in response to a federal court ruling that police can be sued for using a taser on an unarmed person who poses no threat. You can read the entire new policy. Just head to kval.com/newslinks.
Happy reunions today in Salem. Oregon soldiers returned home from Iraq to family and friends.
There's just, you're so disconnected from reality and life back home, but it's refreshing being back.
This was Jonathan Adams' first overseas deployment with the Oregon Army National Guard. The soldiers are part of the Guard's aviation unit. Governor Kulongoski showed up to welcome everyone home. While in Iraq, these soldiers flew more than 370 life-saving missions, transporting hundreds of patients. A consumer alert tonight. Tax time is coming, and Oregon's Attorney General wants to remind you to be wary of tax preparer scams. Scammers steal refunds, inflate expenses, claim false deductions and tax credits. To protect yourself, make sure your preparer is licensed with the Oregon Board of Tax Practitioners. Also, avoid preparers who claim they can get more than the normal refund. To make sure your tax preparer is licensed, head to kval.com/newslinks.
Do you think it's okay for a school to be able to decide if a student's driver's license should be suspended? The Bethel School District is looking into taking away students' licenses if they've been suspended from school at least twice. Under an Oregon law, a school superintendent can make a request to take away a student's privilege to drive. Bethel is holding a meeting tonight at 7 p.m. at the district office to discuss the idea. The public is welcome. Kval News will be there and we'll bring you more tonight at 11. Fewer teens are rushing out to get their licenses when they turn 16. A little more than 30% of 16-year-olds got their licenses in 2008. 20 years before that, in 1988, more than 44% of 16-year-olds were driving. Some officials believe the number of teens wanting to drive has gone down because teens don't have to go someplace to see their friends. They can log onto the internet and chat with them from home.
Well, if you're thinking about replacing an old fridge or freezer, now might be a good time. EPUD and Jeco Environmental have launched a recycling program. They'll haul away old refrigerators and freezers and recycle them for free. EPUD is also giving customers a $30 rebate on their next bill. Appliances must still work to qualify. You can call 866-4448-907 for more information or head to kval.com/newslinks.
Coming up on Kval News, check your fridge for details on check your fridge. We'll have details on a nationwide salami recall ahead.
Plus, how you can protect yourself from online auction scams that are costing some victims thousands.
El Rapa says the air quality here in Eugene and Springfield is A-OK. That means you can go ahead and use your home wood heating device, but of course you want to make sure to burn clean. In Oak Ridge, the El Rapa says, not so much. Use caution. 42 degrees at 8 p.m., 39 at 11, 37 at 6 in the morning. Mostly cloudy skies, making way for scattered showers early tomorrow morning. And then as we make our way through the middle of the work week, boy, we've got a great forecast for you. I'll share that with you coming up next on Kval News at 6. We'll be right back.